Lakers Nation, what is going on, guys? So, welcome back to the channel with the new video this morning. And we have lots of topics to talk about, which is very interesting because, the NBA draft is around the corner, I believe June 25th or June 26th, one of those days. But we have lots of, topics to cover, especially because, the draft is not officially over. But once it's over, it's going to be done. But I'm going to talk about a player that's specifically being linked to the Los Angeles Lakers. And he's a prospect. He should be sought after, but he's not really a big name. He's not drawing so much attention. Some people do have him in his draft boards, but there's some people that don't. So that is fine. He's being slept on. People should, talk about him. But before I break it down and get into the video, I'm not going to waste too much time. I'd really appreciate if you could like the video so my channel can grow to reach to a bigger audience. Make sure you guys subscribe as well. We're on the road to 4K subs. So it's been a journey. Give me a review, your honest, opinions, and how you guys feel about today's video. I'm going to try to respond to all the comments, if not some of them. So I do post daily. I've been very consistent more than ever. I haven't went a day without uploading. So shout out to you guys. 365 days. If you guys want to stay connected with me as well, if you guys don't know who I am, my real name is Shroud Fields. I do call this channel Mr. 81, but the socials will be down in the description, the links, and turn on the notification bell so you guys stay updated for, daily content. But let's break it down. The first player that I do want to talk about, which is only one player, but his name is Koby Brea, which is very interesting. He's listed at 6'7", that's his height as a guard, which is very tall because, let's just be honest, guards are usually undersized, at least 6 foot and above, to at least 6'3", 6'4". But no, guys, he's 6'7". Primarily, when you're 6'7", you're usually listed as a small forward or a power forward. But guess what? He's a guard. I'm going to give a little background story about him, if that is fine with you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to want to hear it and how I feel about it. But I'm just going to be honest. He is from Kentucky. He's listed at 215 pounds. He's 22 years of age, so he's a little bit more seasoned. And that's what the Lakers like, right? His nationality is Dominican Republic. He was born initially in Washington Heights neighborhood in New York, the Bronx, in November 6, 2002. And he's really drawing attention as a potential mid to late, second round pick in this year's 2025 NBA draft class, with multiple mock drafts being linked to the Los Angeles Lakers. Brea built his reputation as one of the top, nation's premier shooters as a movement shooter. That's his strongest skill set in his game, set to average around 40% from beyond the arc, meaning the three-point line. In his, college career, including an impressive stat, 49.8% from mark at Dayton Flyers. He spent his first 4 seasons over there. In conference play for Dayton, he shot around .487 from deep, the best in the Atlantic 10. Brea also won the Atlantic 10 Sixth Man of the Year award twice before transferring over to Kentucky, where he averaged around 11.6 points per game and shot around 43% from three. His senior season, he's not primarily a playmaker. He's known as a, scorer first, but he's capable of making the occasional play. But he's an elite shooter, and he has the ability to space out the floor, which just be a perfect fit alongside the likes of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, because LeBron James likes to put his head down and just attack and just, push your pace and just, find his shooters open, right? But he's a strong fit in today's modern offensive system. He's also viewed as a solid team defender, not as a one-on-one defender. So he doesn't really have, the ability to stay in front of his man, the opponent, but doesn't really have the foot speed, you get what I'm trying to say. But he could contribute also as a role player or a scoring threat off the bench. He's not really considered a particularly, strong defender, though, as I mentioned, but he's shown some potential, some flashes for improvement. So hopefully he does improve that, because he does lack the quickness moving laterally, doesn't really generate many steals or blocks per game, and he has a lean frame. While his size and positional awareness could be an asset, his defensive performance has been very inconsistent, so not consistent as well. And like I said, he does need to improve his athleticism. Reports from outlets like Silver Screen Rolls do suggest that the Lakers may target Brea in the second round, valuing his, floor, his ceiling, his spacing potential, and a consistent perimeter, shooting a threat. While a guard depth may not be their top priority, Brea's efficient scoring profile makes him a compelling, option if available in the draft, right? Now, personally, I wouldn't select him. I do like his height for a guard, But we already have a player that's kind of similar in Dalton Connect. They're pretty both, poor defenders. Obviously, Dalton Connect is 2 years older. He's 24, while this guy's 22 years of age. But Dalton Connect is like 1 inch, smaller, 6'6". Primarily does play the small forward position. That is, his height or his position. But he also plays the shooting guard position. But like I said, Brea, he's a point guard, and he's capable of doing multiple things out on the basketball court. But that's all I got for today's video. I know this video was, pretty short, but Lakers fans, NBA fans, you guys let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about Koby Brea? Like I said, he's a player that is very intriguing. I wouldn't mind him, but he's not my top priority. The Lakers' priority should be, a center or a 3-and-D versus a wing, maybe a guard like Zion James, which I think is very interesting. He did play for the University of Duke Blue Devils, but I want a versatile wing, if not a 3-and-D guard. But this guy's not really known as a 3-and-D guard. He could do multiple things in the basketball court. He can, get to the rim. He can dunk. He can do plenty of things. But, yeah, man, continue to keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and follow my socials. I'm going to keep repeating myself. I do really appreciate you guys. And the first person that is comment, or second person, I'm going to try to, give you guys a shout out. I forgot in my last video, but I will, look in the comment section and, respond to some of your comments. But like I said, it's been a journey. I've been very consistent, but is there any prospects that you guys have in your mind that you guys want me to talk about? Because there's just a lot of prospects. The NBA draft is very deep, and I know the Lakers, scouting department does a very good job of, finding young talent in the second round. We got guys like, I'm pretty sure Larry Nance Jr., Avita Zubac, Max Christie. So there's some guys, even Josh Hart. I'm pretty sure he's like a late second round, if I'm not mistaken, or a late first round. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Lakers have found some steals. They found some hidden gems or diamond in the rough. I'm not counting for this prospect to at least be a rotation player right away, because more than likely he's going to be, not, playing or be on the bench like, Bronny James was last year. But once again, this is a 55th overall pick, and most likely he's going to spend some time in the G League, the South Bay Lakers affiliate, so he can grow and develop. But if the Lakers were to get a guy like Koby Brea, this is a JJ Redick type move, because he likes his shooters, and that's why he went after a player like Dalton Connect. But if Dalton Connect is traded, then I would understand why we go after Koby Brea, because we're going to probably package Dalton Connect, maybe that first-round pick for a center. Who knows? Maybe you do include Austin Reeves for a top, premier center, but the Lakers want to hold on to him. Maybe you do include Willie Moore, Nick Claxton, or like a Gabe Vincent, and you had like a sour filler and, Max Kleber, because he's on an expiring deal worth about $11 million. But there's, explore of, options that we could do. But yeah, man, I'm out of here. Peace. Cheers.